Rock Island County board members will send a letter to U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo.
It will indicate that the county will continue to let refugees come to the county to live. That is the top story at 6 o'clock.
Now, back in September, President Donald Trump issued an executive order giving local governments the right to turn away refugees. Last night, county board members voted in favor of allowing refugees to settle in the county. Richard Northland from District 1 was the only member who voted against this. Local 4's Carla Sosa joining us live right now in the studio with more on this. Carla?
And today I spoke with Drew Melke, who represents District 22, as well as an organization that helps out refugees who come to the Quad Cities. And I also spoke with a refugee, and she talked about how her life has changed since moving to this country. Solange Humbure is a refugee from the Congo who came to the United States with their family nearly 4 years ago.
I came 2016 in April. Yes, it's almost 4 years.
In September, President Trump issued an executive order giving local governments the right to turn away refugees. Board member Drew Melke explained more on what the order actually is.
I think there was some misconceptions there. What it was doing was giving local control. So municipalities like Moline and Rock Island County can allow and say, yes, we want to have refugees in our community. And that's exactly what all three of those entities have done.
World Relief is an organization in the Quad Cities that helps refugees get settled in and says that refugees are glad to know that they will continue to be welcome in the county.
You could see it on their faces when it did get approved that, people in Quad Cities, they want us here, and we now then can flourish in this community.
Melke says that what the board did on Tuesday night was the right thing to do.
Yeah, I'm very passionate about this because this is the right thing to do. America leads on this. President Reagan said that. His last speech as president, he said that's what makes our country great because of the diversity and what outside people bring.
Most of the refugees that come to the Quad Cities are from Africa and Asia.
Our refugees are displaced people. They are survivors of persecution, whether it be religious, political, social.
Humbure says her life has changed compared to what her and her family have gone through.
There was no peace over there. People get killed every day, so we have to move to Kenya.
Her future in the Quad Cities is now bright.
Help us go back to school, give us a job like I work here, so it has changed my life.
I did reach out to the board member who voted against this, but he did not get back to us. In the studio, Carla Sosa, Local 4 News.
Carla, thank you.